Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Woodson. Daytona, are you ready? Drivers, start your engines!
Running of the Daytona 500.
South of pit lane to give a 1 to go signal, which means they will be racing next time by our defending champion Kyle Larson, the blue number 5 to the outside lane. Lachlan Murdoch atop the flag stand waves a green flag in the 64. The blue Daytona 500 is underway.
Racetrack to begin to lead the field to turn 1.
Larson to the number 1 spot. Alex Bowman, his Hendrick Motorsports teammate, follows right behind in second. The battle for third now rages on. It's Brad Keselowski to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll drive underneath his teammate, Chris Buescher.
It is already a 4-car breakaway up front. They are in single file formation. The stacking up of traffic begins. Position number 5 on back. Here they come. They're jostling already. Brad Keselowski and Austin Cindric dirt to the high side of the racetrack.
Keselowski will waste little time stepping out of line, pulling up alongside Kyle Larson. He wants to lead lap number 1 here at Daytona. He's at the top spot off turn 4.
Here they come now, racing back to the stripe. Lap 1 about to go in the books. The outside lanes
Keselowski right to the point. He's got indeed the teammate right behind him. Austin Cindric, the rookie, rides in the number 2 spot as the Fords go to the front.
Fords go to the front and they go to the top of the racetrack, off 2 and onto the back straightaway. It is Brad Keselowski, Austin Cindric, Chris Buescher. You've also got Michael McDowell, the top 4 with the Toyota. Kyle Busch in 5th.
That's the top 5, and he has drafting help from behind. And Christopher Bell, the side-by-side racing begins from 7th on back. Here's Kyle Larson leading to the inside of Mark Truex Jr.
Under off turn number 4, Daniel Hemrick had to come to pit lane and serve a pass-through penalty. They ejected for the day, a pass-through penalty. The field goes back to 1.
Here comes Brad Keselowski leading the freight train into turn number 1. Cindric rides in second. Chris Buescher shows in the 3rd spot. 4th position, the defending 500 champion. That's Michael McDowell.
Now the front 9 are all in single file formation. It is the first side-by-side battle. Kyle Larson leading the inside line. They're losing steam as everybody goes by right now. Stenhouse, Blaney, Eric Jones will bypass Larson.
Larson has drafting help from his Hendrick teammate and Alex Bowman. Also Harrison Burton, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, all lined up on the bottom, but fading through the field.
First time all 40 cars have been on the field at one time right now. There's a lot of talk that the outside lane kind of gathered up in the bottom, losing speed on that bottom lane right now, guys. So Jeff, I cars in the next two Here comes the entire field. But only by inches over Kyle Busch.
So a pretty hot and heavy battle going on at the front of the pack right now. You've got two Ford Mustangs leading the way on the top side of the racetrack. You also have Chris Buescher and the 2021 Daytona 500 champion Michael McDowell. That's your top four. Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Martin Truex Jr., and Kurt Busch, Ford Toyotas on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get organized. However, they go around the lap car of the 16 of Daniel Hamrick. Remember, he had to do a pass-through penalty at the start of the race for failing pre-race inspection. All the field bypasses him as they all thunder down into the 18 degrees of banking here in the trioval.
The outside and inside road, our former Cup Series champion, neither one of them have won the Daytona 500. Here comes Kyle Busch in that number 18 machine, the yellow car to the inside lane. He's gaining ground with drafting help from his teammate right behind. It's the 20 of Christopher Bell. They continue to try to gain momentum there on the inside lane.
And it seems like the outside lane right now has got the momentum as they are starting to stack up once again. It looked like the bottom lane was going to take the lead away for the moment a few laps ago. That doesn't appear to be the case. Those four Fords up on the outside lane being helped by the 47 of rookie Stenhouse Jr. are starting to make some headway. And right now the Toyotas on the bottom of the racetrack starting to start just a bit. 3-1. Side by side with Chase Elliott and Harrison Burton as they go back to turn number 1.
And Tyler Reddick has his teammate, the number 3, right behind in Austin Dillon. Those two cars get trapped in the middle. Austin Dillon looks in the rearview mirror, sees the 42 car. That's his brother, Ty Dillon. Ty will go to the outside line. In the 3 car and the 9, both Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon are backpedaling. Meanwhile, the race leader is midway down the super stretch. Austin Cindric leading on the back bumper of Brad Keselowski as they hit the banking of turn 3.
We've seen both of those two Ford Mustangs work pretty well in the dual races on Thursday, especially Brad Keselowski. His car was really good at being able to push drivers in front and push them to the lead. We'll see how good his car is out front as he's got Austin Cindric and his as they go back into turn number 1. It is still Brad Keselowski, the Thursday night winner in the dual race, leading the pack on the outside lane.
Brad Keselowski not only drives it.
He ran the vacation. And Harrison Burton right now, that's your top 40.
Kyle Busch by a fender on the inside lane leads in the turn number 1.
Busch's drafting help drops a little bit too far off his back bumper. He was getting the shove from fellow Toyota driver Christopher Bell. Bell fell back a bit and that allows the lead back to Keselowski.
Kyle Busch has an amazing drafting partner in Christopher Bell. Brad Keselowski has one in Austin Cindric. Both are paying dividends. Here's Bell. He's going to give Kyle a shove to the lead.
For the top spot goes the M&M's Toyota of Kyle Busch as Brad Keselowski and Austin Cindric fade in the outside lane. Here come the Toyotas on the bottom.
Well, they are lined up nose to tail, are they not, Kyle? The Toyota's right down on the below the line. This time, back to 1.
Busch at the head of the class in terms of that Toyota charge. They did a lot of experimenting, altering their line a little bit, entering higher.
This lap as well.
Around pit road, Brad not able to get there. Steep post, what do you got? And
Sunoco fuel as well as signs out for Martin Truex Jr. They come in tandem. It will be tires for Keselowski. Right side tires at least. Fuel only for Martin Truex Jr. 2 tires for Greg Keselowski. Now as well.
Right in the middle of the road. 2 tires, right sides for Kyle Busch. Waiting on the fuel. There he goes. Fuel only for him. Ty Dillon and a host of others here in the middle.
Started seeing how much you could save.
45 green flag
Logano gets it a good run into turn number 1, but getting away with the lead is going to be Kyle Busch. The battle now will be for second. Denny Hamlin in Busch's tire tracks. He'll move underneath Joey Logano. Right behind him, here comes the Bell machine. He'll take over the third spot.
Logano leads the outside lane. They're trying to inch up now into a battle for a lead. They had fallen back to third. They did that outside lane, and Logano will have success. He's there in 3.
By the time they get to turn 3, they're side by side. Kyle Busch to the inside, Joey Logano to the outside. Then it's Denny Hamlin and Harrison Burton.
Filling up off of turn number 4, back under green at the Great American Race. With that last caution flag, Daniel Hamrick received Tractor's number 14 car and race into your local dealer for big savings on Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Harrison Burton, Christopher Bell. Top 5 heads up, Mike. They're headed your way.
Earlier in the race, it was a Sunoco rookie giving drafting help to Brad Keselowski. Now, a Sunoco Rookie of the Year contender in Harrison Burton is giving it to Joey Logano, and he gets a fender out in front for the top spot.
Those are the first 2 cars in the outside lane. On the bottom, it is Kyle Busch being led by Denny Hamlin. Also, Christopher Bell.
Boy, guys, I tell you what about that 22 car? Started in the back of the pack because of the... You can't pass with these new cars. They are pretty maneuverable, but great job out of Logano just starting in the back and getting all the way to the front.
He's working his way on the outside lane right now. By the way, mentioned Daniel Hamrick got the free pass on that last caution flag. Came back out on the racetrack and he had to come back to pit road for another penalty that he had on the previous pit stop. So Daniel Hamrick back in the same position had to make a pass-through penalty. As a matter of fact, Daniel Hamrick is working his way down pit road yet another time. This would be unscheduled, Jeff.
Lap number 48, Hamrick on pit road. Dylan Welch, you are following up on a story that may be developing, and it has to do
It's interesting just because where the height of the top of the fuel tank is in these cars, sometimes teams are having to use gravity just to make
Championship points that are won.
And Kyle Busch quickly jumps away to the lead. No challenge on his back bumper as he slides away and hugs the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin through on the bottom for the second spot. Third position belongs to Christopher Bell.
Up top, a Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet and William Byron lead the outside lane. He's got Harrison Burton behind him. That inside line is huddled up down at the bottom of the racetrack now. It's a 2-car breakaway in Busch and Hamlin in 3.
Take long for those Joey Gibbs Racing teammates to get organized on the bottom, led by Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell. They are 1, 2, 3, side by side behind them. Logano and Byron.
with 8 laps to go in the stage. I have a feeling we are about to learn about the
outside line beginning to creep forward now. William Byron leading the outside charge. He's up in with side-by-side battle with Christopher Bell. That's for the number 3 position as they hit the super straight.
Up front, we have not had any 3-wide racing so far. Perhaps a target-rich environment coming up here in the next couple of laps. Who will step out of line and try a 3-wide maneuver? Up front, here comes William Byron with a crossover for the lead.
They're not 3 wide, but they're double wide for the top spot. William Byron goes to the point from the outside. outside and immediately moves his triple up to the bottom.
And that is exactly where he's going to keep it for the moment. That's on the inside lane in front of Kyle Busch. He's got a truck full right now. Shot century.
He's got all the help he needs. Let's see what he can do with it. He is side by side in a battle for the
Legs at the bottom of the racetrack as a truck. Now this lead track is broken up somewhat. 19 cars in it. It looks like everybody else is going to settle back and hope they don't get a avoid a crash.
Harrison Burton is not done yet, though. He's got a truck on Brad Keselowski. He powers to the outside of Byron. He'll take second. Oh, that's spinning to the inside of Byron. Kyle Busch gets turned. Denny Hamlin gets turned, and they're winding it up in the back of the pack.
Harrison Burton up and over. He'll flip that Wood Brothers Ford Mustang. Christopher Bell is involved. William Byron involved. Kyle Busch gets a piece of the action. Also, one other car down to the inside of the racetrack. It's Ross Chastain. Alex Bowman.
Martin Truex Jr. out front right now. Here's another angle of that Harrison Burton flip on the back straightaway. As we rode along with Kurt Busch, he was able to steer clear of that just barely. And we knew the aggressiveness level was going to be high coming towards the end of stage number 1, especially.
Time that it got hit by the 20 car who was sliding backwards. That was Christopher Bell. Lands on the roof and then comes back over. You see the 1 car of Ross Chastain involved as well. The field comes off turn number 4.
Start zone. We're back underway here at Daytona.
Right behind his teammate as they come up to speed and head to turn 1.
2 by 2 into the 31-degree banking of turns 1 and 2. They stay nose to nose now for the lead. Here they come out of turn number 2. Eric Jones on the inside by about a third of a car length, but up on the high groove, here comes Blaney.
Ford and Chevy side by side. Right now, the Ford, Ryan Blaney's going to get the advantage. Halfway down the Daytona Superstretch, he'll get the advantage. Compliments of a shove from Austin Cindric.
Those 2 cars will break away at the point. The double wide racing begins from third on back. Here's Eric Jones to the inside of Kyle Larson, along with Chris Buescher, 4th car in line.
Yeah, but had Ryan Blaney take the old turn signal, turn it left, and he came to the bottom of the racetrack in a hurry. Check that. Chris Buescher as they race back to turn number 1.
Second time here in the early going that Austin Cindric has shown him.
The cars are riding. This is something you have to get used to because the car's going to ride so rough because of these springs and shock combination in the new car, but he's doing a good job with it right now.
And Rusty, also, it's a warm day here, and the temperatures in the low to mid 70s, and we haven't had any rain all week long. What does that do to this race surface, which is quite frankly starting to get a little bit warm?
Well, this track just gets more rubber built on it with no rain or all those races we had, which that's the reason I thought the cars would start losing the handle, whether they would lose the back end of the car or the front end of their car, but right now they appear to me to have a lot of grip. It looks like they're nailed really good and solid to the racetrack. And let's face it, it's not real hot. It's only like 74 degrees out there. And that's almost perfect racing condition. I haven't seen that yet. Christopher Bell, Rusty, will join his teammate Denny Hamlin in the garage. He just made the unfortunate left-hand turn just a moment ago. Maggie, Moody was talking about Austin Cindric. I think so far he's got to be considered the MVP. If there's somebody around behind me, I think it's him.
I think he's turning himself into the most valuable drafter. At least right now, he's side by side for second with Eric Jones.
Penske looking good right now at the front of the field. Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric 1 and 2. Then it's Eric Jones leading that outside lane. He is backing out from Stenhouse.
And full head of steam on that outside lane. Eric Jones driving for Penny GMS Racing. Just a couple of inches. It's the race leader.
As the field works through turns 1 and 2, Blaney working the inside line. He's got help from Austin Cindric, a rookie competitor in the NASCAR Cup Series, former champion in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. But he ran the Daytona 500 last year, and he's using that experience now to his advantage. All that work with the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. 9 Gs, but that compares to nothing what they're going through right now. Daytona 500 in the field, rolls up off turn number 4. Blaney the leader in the 12, but the outside lane is moving once again. Eric Jones in the 39. The purple pink machine to the outside lane. That is Daniel Suarez.
Swore he had got continues that number 44 Android Racing team. They've just struggled this afternoon right now. Returning to the racetrack with several laps down.
And that is an example of one of the many new teams coming into the sport. We talked earlier about Kaz Grala and that number 50 team, Floyd Mayweather, that owns a piece of that race car. We've seen Michael Jordan jump in to NASCAR competition with the 23 of Bubba Wallace and the 43 car of Kurt Busch. Many new owners investing in the sport of NASCAR. Now is the time with the next-gen car, and it has put on a great show for us here today. And this is the 64th running of the Daytona 500. Couldn't ask for better racing so far at the moment. Just 11 laps from now.
And we will have to start thinking about pit stops. The field cannot be just on one tank of fuel. So they will have to come down at some point before the end of stage number 2 and make their pit stops here in the middle of this second stage. The question is going to be, when will that happen? Will it be with about 30 laps to go in stage number 2, possibly around lap 100 or so? Not quite sure, but everyone has lined up single file, possibly preparing to come down pit road. One though right now content to just ride in a line, still following the race leader of Ryan Blaney around the racetrack. It's been impressive to watch the 4 teams this afternoon. Inside of the top 10, he's running 9th right now. That's a brand new ride for Ty Dillon this year in 2022. Very nice job in the top 10.
Running 9th is that 42 for Ty Dillon. Back in the Cup Series here this year. Had to step aside when his team decided to go in a different direction. Now he's in this number 42. Petty GMS Racing, when you're aligned with Richard Petty at Daytona, and GMS Racing, who has done really incredible things in the Camping World Truck Series and in the NASCAR Xfinity Series to move up to the Cup Series this year as one of the new teams in the series that we were talking about a moment ago. The 42, an experienced driver, and Ty Dillon. He's having a good run so far.
So 39.
Basically tutoring him how to draft with him around the racetrack. And Jeff, I'll tell you, that's hard to get that done. I mean, how awesome is that you got a guy leading the race, he can radio back to the team and tell the second place car, his teammate, to stay right here, don't do this there, really tutoring him all around, and that's valuable information. And right now, we're hooked up on a fantastic draft, running first and second here at the Daytona International Speedway.
Doug Campbell is his spotter. He's on the radio with Austin Cindric. Dave, we talked to Ryan Blaney earlier this week during Media Day as he heads your way. He was very understanding that now he is a leader and a mentor in this team. Choice but to have the leader of the race.
Yeah, he's not the kind that's going to jump up and down and make a lot of speeches and do a lot of arm waving, Jeff, but he does lead by example. A very quiet, very professional young man that is showing a pretty good pace.
Speaking of Ryan Blaney, his teammate Austin Cindric behind him in the draft. They're running 1 and 2. Third right now, Chris Buescher. Kevin Harvick, Frank Keselowski right out the top 5.
Ford's in the top 5, and in the 6th spot, rookie driver Todd Gilliland and Cole Custer, last year's winner Michael McDowell, and the top 10.
Todd Gilliland, what a story. He's a rookie competitor, much like Noah Gragson, Jeff, that you mentioned a moment ago. Series debut today, and both of them having a good showing so far.
Oh, absolutely they are. They have kept their nose clean.
Force of that front draft is standing on the brakes and making the way to pit road.
Keselowski being pushed by the black and blue number 17 of Chris Buescher. You see the 12 of Ryan Blaney also there in the line. Then you've got Kevin Harvick and Todd Gilliland, your top 5. Everyone continuing to hug the bottom of the racetrack. Christopher Bell on pit road. He was one of those drivers that was involved in that earlier crash, trying to still repair the damage on that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. But it was Brad Keselowski, the leader. Back to Alex.
17 laps until we see the green and white checkered flag fly to complete stage. 5 laps to run him down and then just drive right by him.
Now let's see if it takes him any time to pull away. That's a very difficult thing to do with this drafting package at Daytona. As a matter of fact, he's not even going to keep the lead. Sideways, inside line, Keselowski with a dive bomb move.
And they all come with Keselowski, leaving Larson high and dry. Keselowski back to the lead. Right now in second is Logano. Truex, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, the top 5.
And suddenly, Kyle Larson, who is leading this race 11 to the top 10, his only drafting help in the outside lane is
Like Kyle Larson right now, they don't want to run with him as he's falling back on the outside lane. Switch lanes, go to the outside and lose that top draft.
As impressive as the run was for Larson to get to the front of the pack, the move that Brad Keselowski made midway between 1 and 2, that was a strongman effort as he just manhandled that car to the bottom.
Here comes Keselowski, Logano and company, changing lanes, darting to the bottom of the racetrack on the Daytona Superstretch, bypassing some of that traffic. Joey Logano shoving Keselowski for all he's worth into the corner.
Up to a couple of car lengths from Martin Truex Jr. in third. Austin Cindric right out the top 5 as the first half of the field out before the race goes out.
We talked about Kyle Larson. Championship, like I said earlier, and nobody's got any buddies right now. Now they want it all for themselves.
Well, he went from 10th to 1st to 9th in 6 laps. Doesn't take long, Mike Bagley, and you can find yourself out front or running at the tail.
One thing that we are learning, Jeff, when drafting with the new race car, it's very finicky. You got to be in the right spot at the right time and have the right amount of drafting help.
And Kyle Larson right now does have some drafting help in the form of Kevin Harvick, Todd Gilliland, Ryan Blaney, and also
We'll come back to the start-finish line. There'll be 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Dead ahead.
Lap traffic is dead ahead. The Caz Brawler machine is up there. A couple of others as well.
Briscoe leads the pack, trying to the race leader right behind him.
So this might get just a little dicey with Chase Briscoe trying to stay in front of Brad Keselowski. Right now he's going to Chase Briscoe to just get behind him.
Not going to get the walk on this time as Briscoe. Keselowski goes to the bottom. Not very many go with him. This might cost Keselowski the lead. It will. On the outside, Logano to the point.
Here they come now up the back straightaway. Problem for Daniel Suarez. Smoke out of his car. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Leader steamrolling their way back to the corner. You got Logano, the new leader, shoving Chase Briscoe into 3.
Briscoe's taking out the lead lap 4 now. Joey Logano, the race leader. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace as Keselowski continues to pace.
Green and white checkered flag will go in the air. Stage number 2 comes to an end, and the stage...
Down pit road, Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones, and Ryan Blaney going to follow him into the pit lane. Austin Cindric, the first to hit his box, slides to a stop. One looks like they're going to change tires and fuel on this stop.
2 tires only for Brad Keselowski. Left side's only for him. He leaves pit road, but Austin Cindric is going to beat him off of pit lane. So Cindric ahead of Keselowski on this run of
Back at Daytona, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with the corner. Screen comes on. Mustang and Chris Buescher shoving him all the way to turn 1.
And that pair is a very potent 10.
Elliott right now.
The fuel that they had to remove fuel all over pit road. They chopped it full. He's been running around. And maybe you can save some fuel, but nobody's out of the woods, and nobody's going to quit either. So
to the outside lane, and Rose and Hugo comes up as they come to the back by Houston.
Top five there in one.
Front four get a little bit of separation into the making of turn number one. Separation from fifth, sixth on back, but not an inch between the four of them, to say the least. Here they come out of turn number two, get even for the top spot.
Leaning on each other, coming out of two and onto the back straightaway. That foursome had jumped away for the rest of the field, but the rest of the field now has arrived on the scene. The question is, what do they do with it? Still knotted up for the lead in three.
Here comes Bubba Wallace in fifth, gets into Blaney, who gets into Cindric. That advances the inside lane. Austin Cindric, the race leader, off of turn number four. Trouble off the corner, cars get together. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., first car to go around at the front of the field.
And he will crash against the outside safety if he could get the Daytona 500 win from Tampa, Florida. And then don't forget about Chase Briscoe, the driver of the 14, outside of row number 3 as they work their way off of turn number 4. Toyota Camry pace vehicle about to hit pit road. This is the restart that could decide the Daytona 500. They're in the Geico restart zone.
Right in front of his teammate Ryan Blaney.
A perfect restart for the freshman campaigner. Austin Cindric has the lead. The battle is for second. Blaney now on the inside. Keselowski on the outside. Then Bubba Wallace and Chase Briscoe off turn number two.
It's Austin Cindric, bottom of the racetrack. Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace behind him. Brent Keselowski is getting help from Chase Briscoe. Here they come. It is Cindric out in front. By one car length, he will lead the field to three.
Austin Cindric at the front of the field. Help from Ryan Blaney and Bubba Wallace. Here comes Brad Keselowski trying to get the outside wound up. He has help from Chase Briscoe.
It's the rookie, Austin Cindric, leading the Daytona 500 to the white flag. The next flag. Behind him, here comes Brad Keselowski on the outside.
Keselowski charging the high line as they race their way into turn number one. He's got a big shove from behind by Chase Briscoe, trying to hold him off downstairs. It's Cindric with the lead off turn two.
Briscoe is shoving Keselowski. Blaney is shoving Cindric. Blaney is shoving harder. Halfway down the back straightaway. Austin Cindric now will lead by half a car length off the end of the back straightaway.
Austin Cindric leads into turn 3 for the final time with a big shove from teammate Ryan Blaney. Here comes Brad Keselowski topside, but it's the rookie that leads off fourth.
A whole bunch of Fords at the front of the field, and here they come. Cindric trying to squeeze Blaney into the fence. Austin Cindric has scored the Daytona 500 win. They crash further down.
To the Great American Race and the Harley J. World Trophy. He celebrates here on the first tournament in Daytona, now a champion of the Daytona 500.
In the Cup Series, Austin, you are a Daytona 500 champion.
oh my God. You know what makes it all better? A packed house. A packed house at the Daytona 500. Oh my God, I've got so many people to thank. First and foremost, Roger Penske. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh. I appreciate Ryan being a great teammate. Obviously, he wants to win this one, but I'm so pumped for Discount Tire, Menards, Ford. Everybody works so hard to with this next-gen car through this whole process, and damn, I am so excited. This makes up for losing the championship last race I did.
You're Xfinity Series champion, but this is a whole new ball game, Austin. I know you spent a lot of time working just this week on drafting and doing things the right way. How did you adapt so quickly to get it done when it counted on the last lap?
I'm surrounded by great people. That's all there is to it. I know there's going to be highs and lows. Being a rookie in a field of drivers this strong, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Excited for the climb and the mountain we've got ahead of us on the 2 team. But we're in the playoffs. That's one good box check. But my gosh, what an awesome group of fans. What an awesome race car. Just really thankful.
The 64th running of the Daytona 500. Cheers to you and Team Penske. Congrats, man.
Great job. Thank you.
Now assembling here, the team and track president, Frank Gallagher, for a photo that will no doubt last a lifetime. For Tim Cindric, his son Austin, winning here. Tim is Team Penske president. There's more celebrations. They've just begun here, Rock Mortgage Victory Lane. 1, 2, 3, woo, you can hear them. They are ecstatic. They are